Hello creation, I hope you're well. I've just written this, it's called 100 Million Lifetimes. Do you recognise this version of the self that you've become? Seems 100 million lifetimes since the sparking of the sun. Many affluential people used corruption to fulfil their lives, building empires for the vampires, yet they still met their dark demise. You've been the dreamer and the schemer. You've been the native and the Norse. You've been the one who had to crumble and the one who stayed the course. In the night time through the back streets you were the villain giving chase. You were also as the victim by retribution laid to waste. As the farmer you did feed us with the harvest that was grown. You've been the ones which stand together and the wolf that walks alone. Upon the summit you did watch us through the eyes of golden eagle. You've been the serf with empty pockets and the ones they class as regal. Within the ecosystem you've been the worm that ate the earth. As the plague that cleansed and purified, this too was sent to birth. For without this intervention we would stagnate and not evolve. Every problem has a solution, we must excel to see them solved. Do you recognise this version of the self that you are now? Do you look to past experiences, endured, and don't know how? Do you sit in contemplation and cease to question reasons why? Or do you shake your head in disbelief, then wipe the tears away from your eyes? Do you still see you as separate from the brethren by your side? Do you still point your finger in ignorance and ignore the truth through pride? On this journey of recognition, by using senses to explore, we evolve in every moment, and depending upon the choices made depends on whether we receive the cries of encore. You can make change at any moment for a life that's so much better. You can choose love and a life of peace. This is known as taking back the power. No need to live life to the letter. How many lifetimes have we lived? And when you think about it, with us all being energy, experiencing. Have you heard that saying? Oh, he's an old soul, that one. Or she's an old soul, that one. Why would they say that? Is it because people show wisdom or a knowing beyond that of their years? There is so much evidence that's been pointed out and shown to us and laid before us that through fear many have chosen to ignore. People don't like change, do they? They fear change, especially when it questions their belief system. Who's going to want to turn around and say that they see spirit? There were that many people have been ridiculed and persecuted over years because they were in touch with that spiritual way of life. They had a gift. They were here to help. They were here to educate, to guide. They've been called many names in the past. Shaman, witches, wizards, seers. What's the other one? Witch doctors. It's something that's seen as taboo, by, like I say, by those who don't want change. It's easy to go along with the norm. It's easy to live a life. I'm saying it's easy to live a life. It's easy to ignore and be swept along that current of fear, that river of ignorance. I totally understand why a lot of people don't want change. It's just because they're scared of it. Why would you not embrace if it was not for fear? Why would you not embrace change if it was not for fear? You know? When you've got over the ages, when people have been persecuted and ridiculed and, you know, for their gifts, been labelled as weird. Labelled as weird because they're in tune with a different energy, a different frequency. It's like those who see spirit, who've not got that filter, so they can actually see different energy, you know. They've been, you know, persecuted, haven't they, in the past? Removed. They've been removed because the truth, those lower vibrational frequencies, they don't want the truth out there, that you're just energy, that you can, you know, in essence, live a life without them, without the illusion of need for them. Those who keep you in fear, those who feed you on bullshit, those who will rape your pockets of the money that's in there through your hard work and toil. You know, when you see the you know, it's like, how can a company justify putting its bills up by 30%? 30% when they're not plugging the leaks all over the place. It's corruption. It's all set to keep you down with no money in your pockets. You'll work until you retire, you'll pay your taxes throughout your whole existence, and when you die you pay your taxes. They'll take whatever they can from you. It's not right. It's only an opinion. But as I see it, the system is crumbling. The cracks are more than appearing now. The unjustness is screaming out so loud. And it needs change. We need change upon this planet. We need change upon this planet. We need to look at our own lives. We need to look at our own energy. But I know that I'm not the only one who sees the corruptness and sees how unjust this system is that this world is run upon. We need to find a new way. We need to find a new way, because fear is not the way. It's love that matters, and love will pave the way. Of that I have no doubt. That's it for today. Take care.